Okay, well, this is the LUMIX S9 handheld set to monochrome. That's what we're shooting today. This is the 20 to 60 kit lens that I'm using right now. Totally handheld. We're shooting again in the 65 by 24 aspect ratio, which is inside the LUMIX S9 and also probably other cameras. So what would be the advantage of, instead of just shooting raw, why would you want to drop down to a JPEG that's framed right when you could just crop into a raw photo? Well, for me, it's about the composition and it's about capturing what you want to capture. It can be easier grabbing digital grab when you take the camera out and you work it and you get it moving around. You can start feeling the compositions that are within that frame. So that's what we're going to look at. We're shooting wide and zooming in, but it's going to be wide nonetheless because of this aspect ratio. Even if I'm zoomed at 60 millimeters, it's still going to look wide because you can still make things within a scene wider than they actually are. And so we've added zoom to the mix, and the other thing I'm going to put a conscious effort to is perspective, because, well, I took this photo the other day of my daughter, which is just wonked out perspective wise, but it works. And the reason it works is because it's cool, I think. I'm not going to try and deliberately mess up perspective. I never do that. But what I am going to do is work on getting the tops of things at the top of the frame and just getting more dramatic with that 65 by 24. See, I could frame that up digitally and just crop it that way and get exactly the same results. But what I can't do digitally is go back to the scene and figure out what focal length, how I want to shoot it, getting your exposure right. All of that stuff is on the scene and ready now. I think if you did shoot raw, the best way to do this would be to go ahead and run with the JPEG and the raw. Then you know what you were working on as far as the photo, and then you can adjust accordingly out in the field and then digitally refine it. That would be the workflow I would recommend for this type of thing. Look at this little coffee shop. This is like one of the cutest little coffee shops in Richland, and really nice people. But we're gonna go look at their Halloween stuff. Oh, that's great. Let's get some of that. I love Halloween. All right, so we're gonna do some photos here. I gotta say, I was ready to talk about seasonal mood disorder with photographers and this time of year. The loss of light for a photographer is a pretty big deal. So anyways, I was bummed. And so now, after visiting the coffee shop, I feel a whole lot better. I guess that's one cure to seasonal disorders. Just kind of double down on Halloween, because if you're gonna be twisted, just go with it. We're gonna head our way to the Columbia River. I see skies that I want to get with the river, and we'll see if we can flatten it out. Well, way to go, Richland, Washington. They use these big basalt Tootsie Rolls, and they make great decoration in the desert, and I love how they work with them. Way to go. This is all new. It's a great park and a great resource for people getting out, enjoying the Columbia River. That's what we're going to do. We're going to open up with some more of that black and white. We're going to work hard on our exposure, and we're also going to work really hard on keeping our horizons level, because if we miss, we're not going to have a lot of room to compensate. Because the screen is so wide, you're going to lose a lot of photo if you've ever done any crooked horizon shooting. Oh yeah, look at this. We're going to have some fun, you guys. Thanks so much for coming. Happy fall, y'all. Oh, look at that. We got the cruise ship here too. Yeah, we're going to wreak some havoc with some photos here.